Hi everyone, welcome to this video. A bit of a madhouse here, so you're probably going to hear animals, dogs, chickens and children all about, and kites flying in the sky, but I hope it doesn't distract you too much. But I wanted to run through the new dashboard that I've been working on for a few days, and I pushed it out today and it's available from now, and it's kind of running in demo and a bit of a pilot project just to see if it provides the value that I'm hoping and thinking that it will likely do. So what it looks like is this. It looks like the dashboards that we know, and the cool thing about this dashboard is that there's only information available that is important. Okay, and so we have the asset name, the time frame, the operation if we're buying or selling. Obviously, if it's green, then it's demand. If it's red, then it's supply. The entry price. We have the stop price. We don't have the target price because this will depend on you. If you want to try and go for a more than a one-to-one, then you're welcome to do so. This is just the information that the algo is finding for us. We can adjust our stop as well. We also have a setting here called age, and age is important because I did a study recently where I wanted to see if the age of an area of supply and demand affected its reliability, and it turns out that it did dramatically. And so I also found out that for an area of supply and demand, if it's older than 20 periods, if I go like this is the oldest it can be. If it's older than 20 periods, then the likelihood of the area holding when it's visited is much lower than if it's less than 20. And so this is why I put this. And so once these areas are qualified as being older than that, then they disappear from the list. Okay, and so in one day, this symbol will disappear, this one will disappear, and all of these will disappear here because these will no longer be valid because they're old and stale and whatnot. And the reason this is important is because, I mean, if you have a whopping great area of 4-hour demand and price leaves and it spends a significant amount of time away from the area of demand, a lot can happen between the time that it was created and the time it takes for price to return back to it. And so in that time, the sentiment could have changed, the fundamentals for that asset could have changed. And so I only want to focus on the ones that are in alignment with the data and the sentiment for that asset on that time frame. And so I have per default sorted after the age. And so when you're looking at, for example, this, the Thai baht daily chart demand, it's only 3 days old. I mean, that is spankers, as they say in the UK. That's brand new. That's a newborn area of demand. And so the likelihood of that area holding, if price comes back to it within the next 17 periods, is very, very high. Okay, and so if orders are not filled within that period, then you want to set them to expire so that they do not get stale and get tested after that period. Then we have the GMT. This tells us simply when this simulation was run. Okay, so what it's doing now, if we just compare to the normal supply and demand software, the supply and demand software we can use it on our MT4 terminal, and we can use it to sound alarms when a new area of supply and demand is formed on the currently active chart, but we can't use it to scan everything. And this is something I thought would be really, really valuable. Wouldn't it be cool if we could just have an interface that would show us young supply and demand on everything? And the answer to that was an obvious absolutely. And so this is why I created this little dashboard. And I think it'll be valuable because sometimes, I mean, you don't want to sit in front of the computer and scan charts. Sometimes you just want a really handy dashboard like this one, where you can just load it and then you can just grab the stuff that's obvious. Okay, and that would be this here. I say, okay, the American dollar Thai baht daily chart. Okay, so let's go to the American dollar Thai baht, and we'll go to the daily chart, which is here, and there it is right there. So it's one. This is still open, so it doesn't count. 1, 2, 3. So it was established 3 days ago. And so if you like that, well, then you could just click it on. Say, okay, well, I want to buy that. Boom, like that. Okay, so now the robot will take that. You don't need the robot. You can obviously just open the tray, but I happen to have the robot, so I'm running that. So that's what I was thinking. If we look at another example, we're here. Let's have a look at, this is the one that I had earlier. This is the Australian dollar, Singapore dollar. We go to the Australian dollar, Singapore dollar. Where that is, it's just here, and this is the 4-hour chart. Okay, here, this is the one that just formed, and that was 6 periods ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's also really, really fresh. You're very, very young, and looking pretty good. So I put that one in as well, and we'll see how that does. Okay, but you want to obviously set the expiration to finish within 20 periods from this bar just here. Okay, this is very important according to the study that I did. Okay, and so, I mean, what you'd be doing if you were going to use a dashboard is that you would just run through this. You would load the dashboard. It'll be available in the menu here. It's not currently, but it will be shortly. Then you would just find the ones that you thought were interesting. You could do a little bit of filtering. There is zero filtering on this. It's just looking at freshly created supply and demand on all assets that this particular broker has. I will find a broker soon that has stocks, and then I will start using that, so we'll get stocks and absolutely everything in there. And then you just walk through them one by one. And if you're only trading, for example, American dollar denominated pairs, then you go up here in the search bar and you say USD. Okay, and it filters everything. So now you're only seeing American dollar denominated assets. And you have them here, then you can pick, and then you start obviously with the most attractive ones, the youngest ones, and the least attractive, which is the oldest ones here, where we have this area of 24-hour periods on ETH. And let's have a quick look at that. ETH here. So this is 4. I don't even know which one that was. That's a sell. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's referring to this one here. That's a pretty attractive area, and the reason it's attractive is because then we had this just here. This candle left, the lower this candle poked up, we sat on it, and now we removed it. The area that removed it is here. Okay, so this is obviously the one that we're referring to. Okay, so I think that could be interesting. Okay, but that's pretty old. Price has spent a lot of time. Ideally, you want price to go away, accumulate, and then come back and then leave. That would be the better solution for this trade here. Okay, and so that's what I'm doing. If you only want to look at crypto, then you can. There's only going to be one symbol here. Or if you want to look at Japanese yen, then you go like that. Okay, and so you're gonna, you can do whatever you want. If you wanna print it, you can press this. If you want to copy all of the information into a CSV and put it into some other tool, you can do that as well. I just open this so you can see what it looks like. See, here we have that trade that we just looked at there. Or you can take all of them. You can go CSV, go like that, open it, and then we get everything. Okay, asset, time frame, operation, entry, stop, age, and GMT. So now you can take this information and you can feed it to whatever other tool that you have that you think would be quite interesting to have this information fed into. Okay, so, or you can copy it. You can copy it like that, and it's on the clipboard. And if we remove all of this and we just paste, and then you didn't see all of that, we can paste it in here. Paste, and you get all of the information as it is in the table like that. Okay, good. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it at that for now. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I will be updating this until it's completely finished, but it is in beta as we speak, but the information in it is live and valid and ready to be plucked. So please enjoy and please send your feedback. I would be very, very grateful for it. Thank you so much for watching.